Hello, Watem here. Welcome back to some more Umineko When Seagulls Cry. Shannon hesitated over whether it would be safe to continue this discussion, but Beatrice continued on her own, ignoring Shannon.
一応書式もルールも揃っていた。いくつかの作法が混在していたが、まあその熱意に免じ、寛大に契約に応じてやったのだ。そしてわらわは山なす黄金を与えてやった。
そして親方様はその黄金を使って事業を成功させ、今日の財をなすのですね。
魔法の才能はからっきしだが、詳細と莫細はあったようだな。いや、理不尽なる賭けに全て落とす勇気と狂気ゆえにか。狂気は時に魔力に通ずる。なるほど。その点から見れば、金蔵に魔法の才能が全くなかったとは言い切れんか。
Shannon felt like she was daydreaming. While everyone in the Shiromia family knew the story of how Ginza idolized black magic, summoned a witch, and received the gold, in actuality, it was all rambling that no one believed in. And now, Shannon was having the story confirmed by the witch herself. She felt a little flustered by this incredible secret that only she knew.
そして、莫大な財産を得た金蔵は、人の世で手に入れることのできるすべての夢を叶えきった。そして、最後に世界の真理を求めたのだ。
世界の真理？
世界を構成する一なる元素。人の世で得られるすべてを満たした金蔵は、人が求める最後の欲望として、それを欲したのだ。
The single element. What's wrong with it? I talked about elements already last time? She seemed to remember the witch using that word before. When Beatrice saw Shannon trying to remember what that was, she laughed bitterly, waving her hand and saying there was no need to worry. Oh, okay.
わらわも金蔵を少し見くびっていた。
So he did have that, and I just couldn't quite remember.
まさかあれほどの力を見せるとは思わなかったのでな。おかげでこのざまだ。茶飲み友達もなく、この島にもう何十年も縫い止められている。誰に話しかけようとも声は届かず、どこへ行くこともできない。なんとも退屈な数十年だったことよ。
As she laughed in self-derision, she tapped her teacup with her finger. It made the light sound of pottery. Shannon didn't know whether the word self-derision was really an accurate expression to describe the look on the witch's face. Shannon didn't understand everything, but she could more or less figure out the situation. It was probably a topic that she couldn't press the witch on easily, not unless the witch started talking about it herself. She does actually look kind of happy, in a way. To sum up everything she had said up until now, Beatrice, who had been summoned by Kinza's magic, could not leave this island for some reason, and she had lost her power and her form, living her days in boredom. During that time, her words had reached Shannon, who never forgot to show sincere respect for the witch. And Shannon had helped the witch regain her power, if only a little bit. As a result, it was now possible for the witch to drink tea with Shannon like this. I wonder how that would look for everyone else.
ベアトリーチェ様が私に割るように言ったあの鏡は一体何なのですか？
ああ、その話か。この辺りの島で大昔いろいろとあったらしくてな。 そのせいで良くないものがたまり、悪い歪みを引き寄せていたのだ。
And perhaps breaking this mirror, the malignant forces gathered again? Or will gather again?
それを旅の東洋魔術師か何かが鎮魂の社を建立して封じ込めたらしい。
What if the malignant forces corrupt Beatrice? That causes her to go on killing Man-Page. Which, I mean, we already know that the Epitaph is fair, predicting all the deaths. So, probably not the case, but who knows?
それ自体はわらわとはどうでもいいことなのだが、困ったことに魔力の基礎が違っててな。わらわの魔力にも強い干渉を及ぼしておって、非常に迷惑していたのだ。
そうだったんですか。私はてっきりベアトリーチェ様を封じていたものだとばかり。
わらわを対象にしたものではない。だが神格のある鏡だったからな。結果としてわらわの力を封じ込めていたわけだ。料理に例えるならこうか。わらわの注文した西洋料理が厨房でまさに料理されているとする。
Okay.
ところがいざ配膳しようとしたら、客席は日本風で懐石料理が並べられている場だった。だから厨房は場違いな皿を出せず、わらわのところへはいつまでたっても西洋料理が届かない。
That's an
といった感じよの。
odd example.
だからそなたに日本風の客席を打ち壊し、場を一度白紙に戻させたのだ。そのおかげでようやくわらわの注文した料理が届き、力が戻ったというところか。もっともようやく食前酒が届いたというところよ。メインディッシュにはまだまだ遠い。
So, if the main dish is killing everyone, what's the aperitif?
今のわらわなど靴屋の妖精にも劣る希薄な存在でな。ん？何がおかしい？
魔女様の例えがあまりに面白かったもので、まさか魔法の話がお料理の話に例えられるとは思いませんでした。
我ながらうまい表現だったつもりだが、よもや笑われるとは思わなかったぞ。少し心外だ。
A slightly sulky expression rose to the witch's face. It wasn't a strange expression at all to be appearing on the face of some friends as they enjoyed the tea.
こう見えても昔は残酷極まりないことで知られたわらわだったが。
What light-hearted music to be talking about being known for doing extremely brutal things.
丸くなったものよ。人間とこうしてたわいない話で茶を交わせるようになるのだから。
She was probably talking to herself. As Beatrice gazed at the seabirds tracing the horizon, she put her tea to her lips again.
雲が出てきたな。海も精彩をかけば灰色の水たまりに過ぎぬ。
そうでしょうか。曇っても海は美しくて真っ青だと思います。
Maybe the witch noticed the deep meaning behind Shannon's words. She laughed lightly and set down her empty teacup.
もはやそなたの両目に埋められているのは黒い石ころではないらしい。
Those things?
どうだ？家具から人間に生まれ変わった気持ちは理解できておるか？
はい。世界がこんなにも優しかったなんて知りませんでした。
I'm still puzzling over whether she's like talking about something magical or literally just her eyes. Since the start of her relationship with George, Shannon's face had grown brighter more often. Her smile had made everything go smoothly, and it even changed her fortune. Shannon made less mistakes in her work than she had before, and the family members' opinion of her was slowly starting to change. Just the other day, she'd been surprised when Kraus, who rarely exchanged words with hers, had suddenly started talking to her.
最近いい笑顔をすることが多くなったじゃないか。何か良いことでもあったのかね。
いえ、でも楽しい毎日です。はい。
良いことじゃないか。同じコーヒーなら笑顔で継がれた方がうまいに決まっている。
Okay,
その
sure.
笑顔でもう一杯頼めんかね。
Yeah.
はい。
That had become a chance for Shannon to gain confidence in herself. Of course, it didn't go beyond her own heart, and wasn't so big a change that anyone would notice. But she'd begun to change, bit by bit. Shannon understood it clearly. Knowing love was the same as gaining a soul. Oof! Rip all single people, I guess. Same as being reborn from furniture into a human. There was absolutely nothing mistaken in Beatrice's words. By knowing love, Shannon had learned what it was to be human.
珍しい茶化をちそうになったな。有意義な時間であった。そろそろ仕事に戻らねばならぬ時間であろう。茶会はこれまでにしよう。そなたとわらわが茶を飲むことを好かん者もおるようでな。
Cannon?
え
Oh, his music just stopped there as well. The witch gripped a teaspoon and flipped it with her fingers, sending it up in the air. After that, it was launched by the fingers of some invisible person and flew straight into a nearby bush. The bush shook violently, and Cannon came out. It seemed he had been there for some time, watching their tea party. The spoon was gripped in his hand. If he hadn't caught it in an instant, it might have hit him hard on the forehead and caused him to start using blood.
安心せよ。茶会はこれで終わるぞ、カノン。
I think she's enjoying this.
いつからそこにいたの？声をかけてくれればカノン君の紅茶も入れたのに。
女同士の語らいを邪魔したくなかったのであろう。
Cannon kept silent, but there seemed to be a slightly hostile look in his eyes. On the outside, he acted with respect, but unlike Shannon, Cannon did not trust the witch. Have they perhaps interacted without Shannon being there? And does he perhaps know her true intentions for being kind to Shannon? Is it all a trap? When Beatrice hit the table with her pipe, the tea set turned into gold butterflies, which flew upwards all at once. They then scattered in every direction, and the cleanup was already done. And here I was thinking, I wonder what the star thinks of Shannon bringing a tea set at random times to random places when she's off duty. Apparently the witch brings her own t-shirt set.
楽しかったぞ、シャノン。また縁があれば会おうぞ。まだまだ魔力が足りぬでな。姿を現すのも疲れる。
そんなに疲れるなら二度と現れるな。
Cannon had said it in a small voice, but the witch seemed to have heard it perfectly. She giggled, but did not reply.
シャノン、次の茶会ではジョージとの話をまた聞かせておくれ。人の恋路より甘い茶花は他にない。それではさらばだ。
Shannon the aperitif? Beatrice's body also became gold butterflies, which scattered in all directions and disappeared. was a fantastical and beautiful scene, like a blizzard of gold leaf. For a while, Shannon quietly watched the witch's exit. Cannon approached her from behind and spoke with an expression that was drastically different from hers.
姉さん、あいつと付き合っちゃダメだって言ったじゃないか。
ベアトリーチェ様はそんなに悪い人じゃない。確かにちょっと怪しいところはあるけれど。
僕たちにしか姿が見えない時点で十分にうさんくさいよ。あいつは人間じゃない。何を企んでるかわかるものか。
カノン君、それは少し失礼だと思うな。
Shannon's TPO. There was a touch of sternness in Shannon's voice, which was unusual for her. The Canon knew her well. She must have sounded extremely stern. Canon, looking excessively surprised considering Shannon's tone, fell silent.
確かにベアトリーチェ様は人間とは違う。
You know, like disappearing into thin air.
恐ろしい力を持っているし、恐れ敬わなければならない存在だと思う。でも人間とは違うからといってそれだけを理由に意味嫌うのはとても失礼なことだと思うの。
姉さんの言いたいことはわかるよ。姉さんはあいつにあのブローチをもらってから変わった。まるで魔女の虜だよ。ジョージ様との仲を取り持ってもらって頭が上がらないんだ。
そんなことを言わないで。
あいつは人間じゃない。何を考えてるかわからない。だから気を許しちゃダメなんだ。そして人間じゃないのは僕らも同じだよ。
I was also going to say, to be fair, that also kind of applies to humans. You don't know what humans are thinking. So you can't trust humans either?
姉さん。
Cannon's words grew more serious. Those words probably gouged Shannon's heart. She bit her lower lip and hung her head.
僕らは家具だ。たとえ名前をもらい、人として接してもらったとしても。
We're no longer furniture. Those words Beatrice had given her, which had made her happiest, floated through Shannon's mind.
家具じゃないよ。
家具だよ。僕たちは人間未満の存在だよ。姉さんはそこを忘れたふりをして、人間のふりをしているだけ。自分でも分かっているはずだよ。
私、家具じゃないもん。人間だもん。
いや、人間じゃない。僕らには愛する資格も、愛される資格も初めからない。
But she does, supposedly at least. It feels weird. Cannon's criticism seemed to have shifted away from Shannon's meetings with the witch. Shannon picked up on that quickly.
お嬢様に聞いたよ。正直、呆れたね。ジョージ様と一緒に旅行に行くなんて。家具の身の程を忘れてるよ。姉さんはあの魔女にそそのかされて、自分が人間になれたと勘違いしてるだけなんだよ。
聞いてカノン君。確かに私たちは家具だよ。人間に劣った未満の存在。
What exactly does that mean?
でもその満たない分をもし得られたなら、それは人間になれたということじゃないのかな。
そんなものありはしないよ。
あるの。それを得たなら私たちは家具なんかじゃない人間になれるよ。
バカバカしい。なれるものか。
Cannon spat those words out, but did so weakly and turned away. He was probably giving up. After all the suffering he'd undergone during those days he'd lived as furniture, his heart was firmly sealed.
なれるよ、カノン君も普通の人間に。
よしてよ。魔女の受け売りは。
ベアトリーチェ様に教えてもらったの。私たちは世界の一なる元素を得ることで人間になることができる。
Also have to wonder what the intentions are with this. I can think of three things off the top of my head. One, entertainment. Two, somehow this is the aperitif to getting her power back. Or three, weakening Kinzo.
それを満たさないなら、それは人間じゃない。
What?
だから人は一なる元素を得るために生涯を尽くし貫いていく。
姉さんが何を言っているのかわからないね。よまよい事なら聞きたくないよ。
ならカノン君にも分かるように教えてあげるね。ほら、姉さんの指の先を見て。
No. Shannon pointed quietly pointed at the sea, towards the horizon. Cannon didn't understand what she meant, and couldn't do anything except look between the horizon and Shannon's expression, which seemed to be posing a riddle.
海。カノン君は海が何色に見える？
It was an extremely simple question. For a while, Cannon tried to guess at the meaning behind it, but he couldn't think of anything, so he answered obediently.
パッとしない。ネズミ色だよ。
It is overcast after all.
それが何？
Objectively speaking, the sea, laid out beneath a clouded sky, could probably be best described by Cannon's words. Described best by... Yeah. But as Shannon closed her eyes and smiled, she shook her head slightly.
私には真っ青に見える。
そういう意味？緑色の信号を青っていうようなものでしょ。
違うの。
All vegetables, green vegetables are blue.
海は真っ青。
So, blue is an older word and green got added later.
私には分かってカノン君には分からないなら、これがつまりそういうことなの。
Cannon bit his lower lip and was silent for a while.
わからないよ。
カノン君、手を出して。
As Cannon was taken aback, unable to understand what she was saying, she took his arm and opened the palm of his hand. Shannon softly set something there. It was that magic boost, which she had received from Beatrice. Here I was thinking she was going to give it to Jessica, but okay. Magic charm shaped like a gold butterfly, huh? That could bring love to fruition.
これはあいつの。
これは私の。だから私だと思って粗末にしないで。
After being spoken to like that, he couldn't just throw it away. Cannon didn't know what he should do. He stood there, confused for a while, the brooch still in the palm of his hand. Shannon put the palm of her hand on top of Cannon's, and the brooch was worn by both of their hands.
これは本当の魔法の力を持ったお守り。きっとカノン君に大切な気持ちを教えてくれると思うの。
Thinking about it, Maria, could she potentially... Yeah, so from what we've seen in the previous episode, pretty sure Maria can see the witch. But is she old enough to really be talking with the others at a coherent level, perhaps? And again, yeah, how old is this? How many years before the events of episode 1 is this? The next family gathering, maybe Maria will meet the witch for the first time? Who knows?
あいつの魔法で教えられることなんて何もない。
It'll be interesting to see that.
あるの。だから身につけて。恥ずかしければ 懐に忍ばせておくだけでもいいそうなの。
バカバカしい。あいつの魔法なんかに惑わされてたまるか。
Even as he said that, Cannon couldn't be cold-hearted towards something Shannon was urging him to take. In the end, Cannon took it and agreed reluctantly, saying he'd prove that she wouldn't surrender to Witch's power. Shannon smiled and nodded back.
きっとカノン君は大切なことを学べるよ。きっと人間になれるから。
Seriously though, what are they? Are they homunculus? It fits with them being furniture and all. Children of the bottle. And it does fit with the orphanage. Because they've said that it's, you know, like it was suggested that they're brought from the orphanage to here, so then Kinza could do magic experiments, whatever. But what if it's instead the other way around, where he created them and then raised them in the orphanage because obviously they wouldn't have parents? Who knows? Maybe we'll know later.
そうすればきっとカノン君にもこの海が美しい青に見えるに違いない。
ネズミ色は何度見たってネズミ色さ。
違うよカノン君。そう見えるのは愛がないから。
What? Soul? Love? Heart? No idea. Because of the howling wind, he hadn't been able to catch the main point of what she'd just said. So Shannon said it once more. The single element of the world. She spoke once more of the world where it existed, where the sea was a deep blue.
きっとカノン君にも真っ青な海が見えるよ。だって
Without love, it cannot be seen. Okay, so two things. Seen in quotation marks? Where have we seen quotation marks like that before? That sort of existed for Beatrice. And without love, it? What's it? Beatrice?
そこにいるのは誰か。
Wait, when was the first time Shannon saw the witch? It was after she, like, just realised she'd fallen in love with George? And then Cannon loves Shannon as a sister. Maybe? And then all the rest of the family just, jerks to each other and don't actually love each other.
カノンです、親方様。
It was rare for Kinzo to leave his study. However, the fact that he didn't mean his noble research had been suspended. He may have left the study because of a change in mood. That didn't mean the thoughts filling his head were any different from those he had while inside the study. That's actually kind of sad. Cannon knew that no matter what the time, speaking to Kinzo when he didn't want to be spoken to would always disturb his research.
天気が重いな。崩れるのか。
はい。天気予報ではいつ雨があってもおかしくないと。
That's a pretty clear-cut answer.
傘をお持ちいたしましょうか。
それには及ばん。
Not come to needing an umbrella or not come to raining? I question you very
し
much.
ばらく私を放っておくがいい。
Okay.
息子たちに聞かれても所在は知らぬと言っておけ。私は自らの思考を巡る旅で忙しい。
Plural? How long is he going to be away? And is this perhaps during one of the family meetings or with at least multiple family members on the island, if it's plural?
かしこまりました。それでは失礼いたします。
Before Cannon finished bowing, Kinzu had already returned to his own world, having forgotten Cannon's presence completely. And once again he began rambling to himself. Amidst those words, the name of that witch popped up many times.
おお、ベアトリーチェ。お前の微笑みに手が届かぬ。どうすればよみがえるのか。どうすれば再び微笑んでくれるのか。
So if he doesn't know yet, does that mean it's before the what's it called? The epitaph has been made?
何が足りぬ。研究か、資料か、触媒か。それとも魔力か、運気か、神託か。ああ、ベアトリーチェ、どうすればお前の面影をもう一度見ることができるのだ。
As Cannon listened to his master's weeping voice with his back turned, he turned around just once. When he did, right behind his isolated old master was the shadow of a person who shouldn't have been there. It was the witch. And on that note, I think I'll end up there for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments. Until next time, see ya.